Okay. I'm surprised that I actually got that to stay there, but I'm going to try to rock with this for this video. And I'm going to try to make this as quick as I can, but it is a story that will involve at least a little bit of explaining, and it all has to do with this right here. What you're looking at is a retro Generation 2 Glock from the 80s. It's a 9mm, and it has been my primary concealed carry and personal defense weapon. Well, it's been my concealed carry now for 6 years, ever since I got my concealed. And you know, people with cars will say that they got their daily. Well, this is my daily. I got plenty of other options, but man, there's just something about a Glock that the way that it feels is very smooth, very smooth, and very reliable. I will say, until I just ran into an experience of the negative variety with my Glock for the first time. Now, it might be user experience. Y'all know I've got videos, most of them now, about my faith in Jesus Christ and my relationship with God and the importance of every human being finding that before they die. But then I've got other videos on hunting and fishing and other videos on dadgum Pokemon cards. But I'm hoping that somebody who has watched my content will have some kind of an answer for this, because I really don't know, and I'm not making this up. There are going to be people that hear this story and think that I'm either confused in the way that I'm explaining it, or just think I'm lying. But this is not a made-up story. It has nothing to do with AI. This is all legit, and if I can, I will try to post this video with proof and pictures, because I took pictures of all of this because I knew that people wouldn't believe me. So I go out with a buddy of mine out to the end of our property where the river's at, and on the way back, a rabbit jumps out in front of us on a trail. And I was kind of just talking to him that evening about hunting and fishing and stuff, and we both had our pistols on us. And I've actually, especially because of the laser system on this thing, you can make a shot on a rabbit, a deer, freaking any kind of animal, varmint, whatever, as long as it's close enough to you and you got a good enough aim and shot at it, period, end of story. And a 9mm is a small enough bullet that, you know, as long as you're not killing just to kill, and you're actually going to use the meat on the rabbit, you can easily shoot a rabbit with a 9mm in the right spot and save just about all the meat on it, which is what I would have done. But I get the Glock out. I'm like, check this out. So I'm about to, you know, be a BA and show my brother how to kill a rabbit with a Glock, which is definitely some junk he ain't never seen before on video or in person. And I pull the Glock out. Oh, goodness. I know that y'all are going to think that that's really stupid I just did that, but trust me, it'll all make sense in a second. But for those that are like freaking out right now, I'll just go ahead and do this number here for you. That way, you can see that. Okay. All right. So, long story short, first part of the story, rabbit runs out. I pull the Glock out, and I remember, oh crap! Last time I shot this thing, it acted really weird. It acted like something was wrong with the ammo. I shot, and I heard a tink, but not a bang. It did not. The bullet did not go boom. It just went tink. And you know, anytime that happens with any firearm, no matter if it's a pistol, shotgun, rifle, whatever, if you ever pull the trigger on what you believe is a correct projectile that has been correctly placed inside, and it does, and the firing pin goes off, but it doesn't actually shoot, the safest thing to do is hold that gun in the position that you just shot and wait a solid 20 or 30 seconds just in case you got some kind of weird dud piece of ammo that is having a late reaction time, which is the last part of the story. But I don't really remember exactly what happened, other than that the time before this rabbit jumped out, I did have a misfire happen in the gun. And so I pull it out to shoot the rabbit, and I notice that this part here is like not properly aligned. It's like that far back. You see that? When it's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be even there, and it was like that. Okay? So I'm like, huh. Guys, almost went ahead and just did it anyway. Almost. I had one in, had the laser on the rabbit, and something just felt wrong. And I knew that the last time I had the misfire. So reluctantly, I just barely said, you know what, I ain't gonna show off. There are rabbits in the woods. I'm gonna let him live. I can have rabbit another time for dinner. We still probably got some in the freezer. Because I don't know what's wrong with this, and something about it don't feel right. Like, this is my go-to gun. As you can see, I know that that looks, for lack of a better term, kind of rigged up weird, but trust me, this thing ain't going nowhere, and it is like the brightest freaking flashlight. Anyway, so this is my baby, okay? It's my gun. And I decided not to shoot. So glad I didn't, guys. Because I get home, and I tell my dad the story, and I'm like, I gotta figure out what's wrong with this, why this isn't going all the way. So I start to take it apart. Y'all, there is a projectile, a bullet, the top, not the casing, stuck in the physical barrel of the gun. Meaning, when I took the Glock apart and you look into the barrel of the gun, it was black. So you have just the barrel. It's about that long, actually. No other part attached. There was a mother freaking bullet stuck in the barrel, not the casing, not the wrong kind of ammo. 9mm ammo, put into the gun correctly. Here's the deal. It was not the factory magazine, so that could have been one thing maybe. It was cheap 9mm ammo, and I'm thinking and hoping that that is exactly what the problem is. But it still shouldn't have caused this, y'all. I'm talking dangerous stuff, like gun kind of blowing up in your hand kind of thing. Because if I had a shot at that rabbit, that means that there was a physical metal blockage in the barrel of the gun. So the next bullet, if it had any kind of firepower or explosive behind it, would have been propelled into a stuck, lodged metal other bullet inside the barrel, which I'm not sure what would happen. I'm sure it would totally destroy the gun and make it unusable from here on, or at least have to replace a couple of parts in it. Did you just say at least? Yeah, so basically I'm just sharing with you guys that I ran into a situation with my Glock to where somehow a bullet misfired and literally got stuck in the barrel to where I almost shot another bullet into that bullet. Thank God I didn't. So I'm like trying to get this piece of metal out, have to get metal rods and freaking hammer that thing, dude. It was like it like melted into the barrel. So I get it out, clean the fire out of it, reload, get everything all set. And the next time that I go to shoot it, which was a couple days later, I don't know if I just went out and practice shot it, or if I think it was a snake encounter that I've had clearing the creek out the past few days. I'll be daggum if the gun did not do the click. Smoke came out of the barrel. Smoke. Gun smoke. But no bang, no projectile release. So I'm like, come on, dude. So I'm holding it. Nothing goes off. Same exact thing. There's a bullet stuck in the freaking barrel. It happened twice in a row. So this one's even harder stuck in. I banged that thing out. Really clean it well this time. That's where we're at right now. Actually, there's one other thing. So then today, got it really cleaned out. Finally, it's good to go, hopefully for the last time. And I put one in the chamber. I go to fire it to finally test the thing. And y'all, never had this happen before in my life. Dead serious. Same exact gun that has now had 2 bullets get lodged in the barrel. I shoot. I'm like hoping, Lord, please let this freaking work. I don't want to have to spend a bunch of money taking this thing to the store. And I fire, and it's like not even a second. It's like half a second. Literally like 0.05, like just. But I fire, and a half second goes by, and then it goes pow. Like, it's supposed to happen the second you pull the trigger, bro. There's not supposed to be no delay. I pulled the trigger, and there was like a half-second delay before the projectile then went off. So there's something wrong with my Glock. Or there's something wrong with the ammo I'm putting in it. And I'm not exactly sure which it is yet. I'm about to confirm which it is. But just to make sure that I'm covering all my base lines, I am going to get the original magazine. I'm going to go with theirs. I'm going to go with the best ammo that I've got here. And we're going to shoot this thing again.